Hello, hello. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so this reading is going to be for my air sign babies. Okay, this is going to be my air signs, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, this is going to be the first quarter for my air sign babies. All right, so let's get some cards pulled. So I wanted to do y'all first quarter readings to kind of see what 2026 is going to be like for January, February, March. Okay, so that's the first quarter. All right, just in case y'all needed to know. I need some. All right. All right, so let's see. All right, so I did say my prayer offline. Okay. But dear divine, please bless and charge me and the collective with the energy to bring a balance to our complete being, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. All right. Everything that is above is below. Everything that is on the outside is on the inside. Okay. So I am going to like pre-shuffle and then I will pull. Okay. So again, this is for my air signs. So I really wanted to pre-shuffle off camera, but I like shuffling it on camera too. So let's see. Alright, so we're gonna get some cosmic insight. '26 is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. 2025 was very interesting. It was such a one of those years. Okay, one of those. Look, I'm like one of those years where it's like so these are financial and gold cards. It's been so long since I have been live. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. I've been very busy though. With the teaching and the preaching. Look, with the teaching and the preaching. Alright, so let's get some love and money oracles. All right, see what 20. Thank you so much, divine. Thank you so much. Let's see what 2026 is holding for my. What is 2026 holding for my Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius? I think I need like 2 more. All right, so I am going to pull a Let's get straightened up in this seat. All right, so I am going to pull a, and I'll kind of back everything up with tarot cards once I do the reading, just to get a little bit more clarity. These are also tarot cards as well too. These ones right here, they're tarot, not oracle cards, but I like to get the tarot in there as well too, like to kind of just clarify some things, and we'll see. All right, so let's get you a spirit animal card. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Let's get you a spirit animal card and see. Okay. What is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius spirit animal for the first quarter? This one right here. Actually, it's this one. It's this one. Okay, so you have Snow Leopard, the Watcher. Okay, Snow Leopard, the Watcher. Number 15. This is such a pretty card. This is such a pretty card, okay? Such a pretty card. The Watcher. Okay, so let's see. All right, and I will read the spirit animal at the bottom of the, after I finish the whole reading, okay, just to see what the energy really is, okay? All right, so let's pull your oracles first. All right, let's pull your oracles first. I'm gonna set these to the side, and let's see. So you have empowerment. Okay, you have empowerment. You have school and exam. Okay, so this is already kind of confirming a download that I had about you guys kind of like expanding your knowledge. Not just your knowledge, like your wisdom, actually studying for something that that you're interested in. You know, like if you really want to be a chef, or you really want to get into like just different topics, you're really like, you know what, I don't want to just go head on. I really see you like kind of going back to school, but not like a regular type of school. This could not only be a spiritual school, okay, but this can also be like some form of trade, like a trade, okay? So you're taking a trade. You have trust. You have awakening. All right, you definitely need to trust your intuition about something, about doing something on your own, like kind of going with your own conscious, your own belief, your own, I guess like your subconscious on things. All right, you definitely need to trust the universe to lend you a helping hand as opposed to like a quote unquote person. All right, you have growth. And then you have games, okay? So you have empowerment, school, exams, trust, awakening, growth, and games, all right? So let me check. I want to check imprisonment. Look, I'm talking about, let me check imprisonment. No, let me check your love and money. So you have imprisonment, all right? We want to make sure that we're not doing any fraud. All right, we want to make sure we're not doing any fraud or anything like that, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, because this is going to be the year. And I'm just speaking, I kind of feel as if I'm speaking to someone that kind of sits on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. All right, I could be speaking to someone that sits on the cusp of Capricorn or Aquarius. That's kind of catching up to you. You want to be very careful about doing any type of fraud or having anyone, you know, kind of take you out of your element. We'll read a little bit more into it, okay? All right. You have mimic chess. All right. In our greed, we lost sight of what really mattered. The more we chase, the further apart we get until our bond is gone. Okay. So this is kind of like, you know what I'm also picking up on too? This is kind of like someone chasing after financial gains to begin with, right? Someone chasing after financial gains, maybe with a person. Someone could be getting out of jail. Someone could be getting out of jail, and they're going to try to hinder, like in this first quarter, they might be trying to hinder your like, let's say you want to go back to school or you want to learn something or whatnot. It's almost as if like this person is trying to keep you from doing that. All right, trying to keep you from doing that. Like, and they're just now like kind of coming back into your life. You could be dealing with a fraud, okay, or a scammer. Look, or a scammer. All right, so you have savings in reverse. All right, you have savings in reverse, and then destiny. Oh my goodness, destiny is coming out. So this is someone that's trying to get out of jail or come back into your life and, you know, get close to you. All right. Puppet in reverse. Danger approaching in reverse. Small offerings. Okay. And then unexpected events in reverse. So I'm going to be really honest with you, right? I'm going to be really honest with you where I feel as if like someone could be trying to come back into your life, right? In this first quarter. This is, and then also your ancestors are really popping up, like your ancestors, your spirit guides, your spirit team. Your ancestors, your spirit guide, your spirit team, they're really like popping up maybe around like February or March, okay? Someone's birthday could be in February or March, or someone could have passed away whose birthday is in February or March, okay? But your spirit team is connecting with you and they're giving you like warning on someone that is in your life. They kind of been telling you like to leave this person alone. They're no good for you. They don't help you save. You know, and it's almost like your spirit team reaching out and saying, trust us, trust the divine. Look, we don't want you to deal with this person because this person kind of holds you up, okay? I am getting like this empowerment card kind of gives me the energy of Queen of Swords. So this does feel like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy to begin with. I could be speaking to Aquarius woman or someone that's dealing with an Aquarius woman or whatnot. This is someone that has kind of like hindered you. It could be an Aquarius man as well, but it's really giving like feminine energy. I'm gonna be honest. It's really giving like feminine energy when it comes to that Queen of Swords energy. They have the potential to be truthful, but they're not. Okay? They're very much so like have hidden agendas when it comes to just keeping it a buck. Okay, they have strong hidden agendas. All right, this person, there's a jealous energy that's coming over. Okay, let me get cosmic insight. Look, narcissist. I said it's a jealous energy that's coming in. All right, narcissist. Somebody manifest, commitment, guardian, moved on, and sexuality. All right, and I'm gonna put sexuality in reverse because that's what is coming in. Okay, but I'll just keep it there. You know what, let me do it like I did the other readings as well too. Like someone is really trying to figure themselves out, but this has nothing, I don't know, it's like your spirit team is telling you like this first quarter, we don't really want you to take on someone else's manifested bullshit. All right, so you actually have dreams, you have goals that you have been awakening to 2025. You have things that you've been wanting to do 2025. I'm almost feeling as if it's kind of going back to like 2023, to be honest. 2023, 2024, 2025. This person could have been out of your life for maybe 2 years. And you kind of just like learned how to take care of yourself with school and exam and trust. You learn how to kind of take care of yourself, and now this person is coming back trying to get serious and make some type of commitment. But I do feel as if this person is, when they're in your face, and I'm saying this person because that's the energy. I'm getting a third party energy next to spirit, next to yours in this first quarter. When this person is in your face, it's almost as if like, shit, I'm picking up on just narcissistic. Look, small offerings, like narcissistic energy. They view you as like temporary pleasure. That's because they really don't want to be with you. So be careful with that in this first quarter, okay? Kind of commit to yourself and kind of move out of this energy, because there is a strong ancestral or guardian angel energy that's showing up in February. Like, it really is. And in February, you're going to start seeing this person for who they really are. Okay. And you're going to realize, like, I don't want this. I want someone who is my twin flame, who's my high vibrational soulmates, you know, kingdom marriage. Like, I want all of that. And they're like, well, I can't offer you that right now. But you already set yourself in position. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you've already set yourself in position to actually move on. It says, I want to be prepared for the future and not caught off by unexpected events. So this person is kind of wish-washy or whatever. You know, whoever this is that is trying to come into your life, or they're wish-washy. Okay, I don't really want to keep reading on their energy. I want to read on your energy. So clear. Thank you so much, Divine. All right. I really want to read on your energy. Laziness, focus, promotion, invasions, and creator. Okay, so like I said, you could be wanting to create something. All right, and it's almost, I guess I can't skip over certain things. You know, when it comes to I'm picking up on two different things, okay? I'm picking up on like a love life, and then I'm picking up on a career. When it comes to like your love life, you are lazy, okay? You're settling for the bare minimum. But when it comes to like your creations, when it comes to your education, when it comes to your work life, it's like, I want it all. So you go to work and you want it all, and you're one person when you're at work, you're one person when you're at school, you're one person when it comes to your goals, but then you're lazy when it comes to your relationships. When it comes to your relationships, it's like you settle for the bare minimum. All right. I'm also picking up on, I'm picking up on spell work, but it's like minimum spell work. All right. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It's like minimum spell work. Okay. So let's say for instance, you actually, manifestation is spell work, y'all. Okay. When you manifest, you do spell work. All right. Be mad at me that I said that. I don't care. You know, it's spell work. You are doing manifestation work around a career, around a car. I'm also seeing like a car. I'm seeing somebody like kind of upgrading their car or something like that. If you don't have a car, you could be wanting to buy a car, you know, by March or April. All right. Tax time car. Is that what we're getting? Right. Now, you are wanting to buy a car. Clear. You're wanting to buy something or invest into something. And so I see you like kind of like writing out petitions. Maybe you're writing a New Year's resolution. Is that what it is? New Year's resolution or whatever the case is. Like you're building and manifesting and calling in something. But there is nothing about a life partner here. But there is somebody that is trying to show up. But there's nothing about a life partner. So maybe you have someone that, you know, is in your life. But it's so crazy. Like, I keep sitting I set this narcissist card like so far away. So this person that is in your life, maybe they're in the background. You know, maybe you're in between an ex and the next. Okay. So, anywho, Yeah, so you need to get clear on that. All right. If you don't get clear, your ancestors are going to get clear and, force this move on, which is, it's fine. Like, you have growth coming in. You actually have growth where you're going to be required to step completely out of your comfort zone. Okay. You're going to realize, like, it's actually very painful for you to remain in this same type of energy. It's very painful when you are steady trying to deal with someone that is not on your level. Okay. Like, they're not on your level. This whole puppeteer energy, this person keeping you around, not caring what it takes to be on your level and trying to bring you down to their level. This is someone that probably argues with you a lot. Not really argue, but they debate with you a lot. Okay. They debate with you a lot, making a big deal out of certain things. Could be a Scorpio, could be a Virgo. All right. I'm picking up on that energy, strong 6th house energy. All right. And it's just like, you don't have time for these type of games. Like, you're realizing that the more energy that you pour into this narcissist type of character or whatever, the further you get away from your goals. And so spirit is kind of going to, I promise you, spirit is going to come right into the middle of that shit. Right into the middle of that. Okay. And you're going to be taking back your life. All right. Taking back, a little time that you're going to lose in the beginning. I can't even make it up. Okay. A contract is ending. All right. A spiritual contract, a karmic contract is ending. Something that you probably wanted to hold on for a little while longer. And then I'm also getting to that you could be dealing with someone, or either you're confused. With somebody in the situation is confused about who they really want to be with, who they want. 222. I just seen 222. Who they really want to be with, whether they want to still be having sex with their ex or they want to be with you. This is major spell work in the beginning of the year, like major spell work when it comes to like sharing partners. All right. Sharing partners. So you're going to be creating a way, creating an exit. All right. Somebody's life path number could be 33, 6, or 2. Okay. 33, 6, or 2. All right. Things that you mostly feared, they're coming to the surface and you're facing them head on going into like March or April. You're going to be facing these past wounds, being in a third party, being left, or it's almost like you're doing shadow work. Not almost like you're doing shadow work. You actually are doing shadow work. So very interesting. Okay. So you have the Tower. All right, you have the Tower, the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands. All right, the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords. Wow, this is 10, 10, 10. The Prince of Pentacles and Aeon. Okay. Aeon. So you're definitely going to be going through like oh my goodness, you're going to be going through a major tower. Major tower. Okay. Major tower. Devastating breakup. Like, I'm so sorry, but this is very freeing. Okay. It's very freeing. This is something that is very much so necessary. All right. In order for you to like, really get your emotional needs met this 2020, this first cycle, 2026. In order for you to get your emotional needs met, this tower absolutely has to fall apart. Okay. This is you releasing things that are totally fucking dysfunctional in your life. All right. Totally dysfunctional in your life. It could be a relationship. It could be a thought pattern. You are definitely gaining clarity when it comes to how you connect with spirit and how you connect with your family and your loved ones. All right. You're also walking into a you're walking into a 10 of Pentacle type of year. But I'm going to be honest, it's coming from like carrying a heavy load, being stabbed in the back, and then being in the cycle of, you know, security, or, you know, not everything is supposed to last forever, okay? Not everything is supposed to last forever. Some things definitely have to fall apart in order for them to be built back up in an energy that you can really depend on. And the energy that you can really depend on to have a stable life, a secure financial path, okay? And then comes the part where you are awakening to your higher purpose, a truth. And these are like milestones. These are milestones that you're hitting, okay? These are milestones that you're hitting. I just need you to really, really, really like totally understand what it is that you're going to be going through, because if you don't understand what you're going to be going through, you're going to feel as if like this is all just karma, you know, or this is spell work. Someone is putting spell work on you. I don't want you to do the blame game, okay? I don't want you to do the blame game. And then I also feel as if, like, I don't want you to blame yourself as much either. You know, your karma has to be paid off. Your karmic debt, okay? So you're closing cycles from 2023, 2024, 2025, to be honest. By you closing these cycles, your family member, your loved ones, your even like your job, your coworkers, they're going to be able to depend on you. I'm not seeing like from the beginning, like right now I'm gonna be honest, and y'all know air signs, y'all get mad when people kind of tell y'all the truth or whatever, but I honestly feel like, you know, you could be a little bit irresponsible, or could have been irresponsible like the last couple years, and very dependent on others. And this is why, like, the Tower is coming through as the very first card, you know, the very first card that has to come out. The very first thing. Look at that. The King of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Like, this is so much fire energy. Listen, and strength in reverse. You've probably had a lot of confrontations with fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, or either you have a strong Aries, Leo, Sag placement, okay? You've been fighting with yourself. This is all solar plex energy. This is all solar plex energy, and this is a lot of fire energy right here. I'm also picking up on too, like you may have been stagnant or just lazy. You know, you may have been stagnant or lazy when it comes to kind of getting a move on your work. Having low confidence. Your confidence is definitely building, and I'm seeing you going out kind of exploring. It's because you could have been carrying everybody else's workload. Look at that. The Five of Swords. You could have been carrying everybody else's workload, getting bullied into doing things, okay, oppressed. It could be this relationship that's in the background that I'm feeling. Like, I really feel as if, like, you may have put yourself in the back to everybody else. To a fire sign. To a lot of fire signs. You have a lot of fire energy around you, okay? You definitely have a lot of fire energy around you. It could be this King of Wands, okay? He could be Aries, Leo, Sag, all right? If you have somebody in your life that's Aries, Leo, Sag, I would definitely avoid any arguments with them, because this is how they get your energy, by starting arguments with you. Look at that, the Ace of Swords, and they narcissists. I don't know how to, I'm picking up the energy on this King of Wands. He says, well, I'm telling you the truth. You know what? You know what this is giving? This King of Wands and this Ace of Swords. And this is my intuitive guide here. This is really giving me that someone, all right, This is not for everybody. This is not for everybody what I'm getting ready to say. But because I'm really big on accountability. But I feel as if like this King of Wands sits back and they blame you for so much things that the things that you have taken accountability for, they're not all, it's not all you. Like, it's not all you. It's like you carrying a burden of things that people should have done as well too. So you're taking accountability, but this motherfucker is not. Like, it's really giving weakness. Like shit, weakness, low confidence or whatever. Like they force you to take their accountability. Like they want you to always own up to shit. And this person has been out of your life for a while. Look at that, the Sun card. This person has been out of your life for a while. Maybe for 2 or 3 years. Y'all might have children together as well too. This person has been out of your life. Like maybe you haven't had sex with them in like 2 to 3 years. With the King of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Wands coming out, I'm picking up like maybe you had like some sexual relationship with this person at some point. All right. The Ten of Wands. This maybe you haven't had sex with this person in over 10 years, but they still have some type of control over you. Like they still have some type of control over you, right? And they keep trying to get in your energetic field because you've called your power back or some sort. You called your power back, or you're going to be calling your power back this first quarter. I actually feel as if you might be calling your power back right now. And this is how you're discovering like, well, you know what? I want to go back to school. I want to do some learning. I want to, just kind of do what's right for me. So you're dropping all everybody else's swords. You taking them bitches out of your bag. Like they said that they was going to help you, assist you. You like, I don't even want your fucking help, to be honest. I really don't want your help. I don't need your help, And this is where they like, well, you need me to do this. You need me to do that. I did this. And now you don't want, I've been doing this for you. And now you don't want my help. No, I really don't, because it's been a burden. Carrying and it's so crazy because I feel as if you shouldered the responsibility so much that now you're so confused, okay? Like, you're so confused as to what is actually your responsibility. Like, you're not responsible for another grown person's job. Like, you're not responsible for that. And you've been doing their job and helping and assisting them for so long, okay? And Spirit is just like, you know what? This is not your job. I'm gonna be honest. This is not your job. This wasn't never part of look at that. The fucking Emperor. This was never your job. Your job was to stay focused, disciplined, and really go after your dreams and your goals, okay? So you can have discipline. So you can have stability. You've been helping somebody build their shit up. You could have really been like stuck in some type of like just like kind of kicking yourself down. And there is something very powerful, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. There's something very powerful up under the weight of somebody else, okay? Somebody else sitting on, I could feel them sitting on your damn solar plex. I feel them. Look, 2 of Cups in reverse. This is a relationship. This is definitely a relationship, but this is somebody that you've separated from multiple times. You separated from this person multiple times, but I think they've done some type of sex magic on you. I cannot get past it. I can't get past it. I'm trying to get past it. I cannot get past it. They've done some type of sex magic on you. If it's not sex magic, like, it's sex magic. This ain't even going into that type of energy, okay? If it's not them, it's somebody that they had sex with that put something on them and they didn't spread that shit to you, okay? This is a spiritual STD. Look, 4 cups. 4 cups. This is, and there's no more of this. This person is looking for a way out of their shit, and they're trying to come on to you. All right, thank you so much, Spirit. How do we get these swords out of our back? How does, look, 7 of Pentacles, planning. yeah, continue to like kind of focus on your manifestations, your planning. Like I said, in February, March, I actually see like you having like closer to a crown chakra awakening is really what I heard before I even started y'all reading, was a crown chakra awakening. And the crown chakra is that's Aquarius energy, but those are the ancestors. Okay, so I feel as if like your ancestors is guarding. Look at that, the Knight of Swords, they're guarding you. This right here, this Knight of Swords, this is your ancestors. They're trying to guard your legacy. They're gonna move this person. Look at this. This is how this is sitting. Okay, this is how this is sitting. The more this person tries to come towards you, your ancestors is on their motherfucking head. They're on their head. They're like, no, that's not what's happening. Okay, that's really not what's happening here. Okay, so I feel as if like you've determined that you wanted to build something that lasts, whether it comes to like a long-term relationship, a professional legacy, or even just like your creations and your schooling. Like you're looking at long-term goals. And it's not going to be with short-term people. I don't care if you've known this person for 10 years. Look at that. The Six of Pentacles. It's not going to be with that. Okay. And Spirit is definitely pouring into you and calling judgment. The Six of Pentacles. The one thing about the Six of Pentacles, it's an equal give and take, right? But what I love about this card is one person is getting the pentacles poured into them, and then the other one has the scales over them. So Spirit is definitely calling judgment on whoever is in your energy, trying to prevent you from manifesting and committing to your creation, your legacy. You don't have nothing to do with this. I'm gonna be really honest. Like, you don't have nothing to do with this judgment that's being called on this person. You have nothing to do with that. Look at that. The Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And I don't care what this narcissist say. They're gonna say, well, you know what? You did this, you did that. But that's just what they do. When a motherfucker want to move on, they start saying all types of shit, pulling all types of shit from the root of their ass. Okay? No, go back to Billy Sue or whatever the case is. This spiritual spiritual imprisonment, so I guess it is a spiritual imprisonment. This person fuck with you, they're going to be under the spiritual jail. All right, this person is gonna be like, well, this person must have put a root on me. Okay, whatever. Look, okay, whatever. The Hermit. Okay, whatever. This could be a Virgo. You could be dealing with a Virgo, or you have a Virgo rising. But this is definitely like having insight. This person knows that you're going to be, leaving them alone, not dealing with them, and you also know that as well too. Nine of Cups. Yeah. We wish you well. That's what that Nine of Cups is. And the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, someone's going to be moving, not just moving on, but probably moving. Okay, and you're keeping your moves very silent. You're keeping your moves very silent. It's almost as if you know what it is too. The small things that you have been doing, you've been keeping them silent because you gang. Your third eye is open. You hear the conversations that's happening. Like when you're seeing this person that was in spiritual jail, maybe they called themselves repenting just so that they can come back into your energy. That's kind of what narcissists do. Oh, I learned my lesson. No, you didn't. I learned my lesson. Then they be quiet. But when you look at them, you're hearing the conversations and things that this person has had when you weren't in the room. That's what the Hermit talks about. All right, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, so let's see what your spirit animal has to say. Okay, the snow leopard, the watcher. Okay, let's see what your spirit animal has to say. Number 15. Watcher, take the high road. First thing, take the high road. Do not sink to the level of low vibration. Man, do not sink to the level of low vibration. Observe the situation closely before acting. Being silent is an option. Ethics is the number one concern. It is best not to continually draw attention to yourself just for the sake of filling up your ego. A little mystery is a good thing, okay? And it says the magic. Snow leopard's magic is all about the power of being a silent watcher. Western society is a extrovert one, I don't know, okay? With the emphasis on individual and on being seen. Yet there is much advantage to examining the magic. Snow leopard's magic is all about the power of being the silent watcher. Western society is a extrovert one that emphasis on individual and on being seen. Yet there is much advantage to examining things quietly and observing before making decisions. Take your time and observing a situation before you decide to take the next step is wise. Snow leopard magic is mysterious and ethical and can be used when you need assistance in taking the righteous path. The symbols is eye on the prayer flag, a cat in the snow, and leopard footprints in the snow. And the status is vulnerable. All right. So definitely feel as if someone could be in a city where there's like it's getting cold outside. Okay. So one thing that I always tell my Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is be careful about homosexuals. Okay. Be very careful about homosexuals, y'all. Listen, those are the people that need somewhere to stay. And so they pretend to want to be with you or whatever the case is. It's getting cold outside. It's getting cold outside. And no, the answer is no. All right. Pay attention to how people was acting up in the summer months. Okay. Pay attention to how people was acting up in the summer months. Okay, or what type of relationship you had with them when it was warm outside. Pay attention to that. Where was they at? Okay, where was they at when you was in grind mode or whatever the case is? And so just pay attention to that. All right. Listen, that is y'all's reading. Please like, subscribe, share. Turn y'all notifications on for when I am live or I am posting. And y'all check out my Mind Your Own Timeline ritual. Check out the Mind Your Own Timeline ritual. It keeps people out of your timeline that ain't supposed to be in it. And keeps you out of other people's timeline that you ain't supposed to be in. Okay. So I do have a video posted on my channel. It is only 10 minutes long. You only need a black, white, and a bowl of water. Black, white candle and a bowl of water. Okay. It is very powerful. Very, very powerful. All right. And I love you guys. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.